Okay.
Okay, all right. Mary Ann, before we start, would you please call the roll of who is present? This is a conference call.
Yes. Chairman Doctor,
Present.
Deputy Chair Severin. Severin is present. Member Kaczynski. Member Lenzo.
Present.
Member Kane. Member Schubert.
Present.
Building Inspector Chinquamani.
Present.
Village Attorney Levin.
Present.
There is a quorum.
Thank you, thank you. All right, in preparation for this meeting, there is two statements that I am required to read. The first being that this conference call will be live streamed on the Village of North Hills YouTube channel. Here is the link to access the channel. YouTube.com, channel, UGI, and so forth. The meeting will be recorded and a transcript will be available. Pursuant to the governor's executive order, the Village of North Hills Planning Board will not be meeting in person. The board is meeting tonight on April 14th at 7:30 via teleconference. The meeting will be recorded and transcribed, will be provided at a later date. The public will have an opportunity to hear the meeting live on the Village of North Hills YouTube channel. The YouTube channel can be found on the web at https://YouTube.com/channel/UCL6RSY65X PQXL7DBUUKG. In accordance with the open meetings law, the public does not have the right to comment on agenda items which are not public hearings unless authorized by the rules of the board. If any interested members of the public would like to provide comments on the agenda item, comments can be provided through the written chat section on our YouTube channel. Comments may be also provided via email before and during the meeting to the village administrator at thevillageofnorthhills.com. Please check the meeting agenda posted on the village website for further information to access the virtual meeting and for updated information. Instructions to access the virtual meeting. If you have a computer, tablet, or smartphone, you can log on to the Village of North Hills YouTube channel and hear the audio of the live session. You can access the Village of North Hills YouTube channel as the address I stated before. Members of the public who wish to submit comments using the YouTube channel format featured during the virtual meeting should be logged on 10 minutes before the scheduled meeting time and sign into YouTube questions about accessing the Village of North Hills YouTube channel should be emailed to the village administrator at the Village of North Hills. I would like also to read an opening statement since this is a teleconference meeting. In accordance with the current executive order of the governor and public health and safety concerns related to the COVID-19 health emergency, this meeting of the planning board is not being held in person and no in-person public attendance is permitted. The board is meeting by teleconference. The village has advertised an opportunity for the public to observe and hear the meeting on the Village of North Hills YouTube channel. The link to the YouTube channel can be found on the homepage of the village website. For those that don't know, it's the www.villageofnorthhills.com. There are no public hearings being held at this meeting. The public does not have the right to comment on tonight's agenda items unless authorized by the rules of the board. Interested members of the public who wish to provide comment on an agenda item may do so through written chat section on the Village of YouTube channel. Committee may also may also be provided via email during the meeting to the village administrator at thevillageofnorthhills.com. The village administrator will now call the attendance roll for this meeting.
Thank you, Chair. Chair Doctor.
Present.
Deputy Chair Severin. Present. Member Kaczynski. Member Lenzo.
Present.
Member Kane. Present. Member Schubert.
Present.
Building Inspector Chinquamani.
Present.
Village Attorney Levin.
Still present.
All right. I would now ask, even though we're doing this by teleconference, for Mary Ann to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag
To the
of the United States of America
Republic.
and to the
And to the republic
and
stands and one nation under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
All right. With respect now to the announcement, Mary Ann, what is the date for the next scheduled meeting of the board?
would be May 12th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m.
All right. And that concludes the announcements. We have board discussion. We have before us this evening an application by the North Hills Country Club, which was originally submitted, and comments were made of its deficiency by our learned counsel, and a revised application was submitted. The application is numbered 21-01 PB-W. In essence, in summarizing it, if I may, the application is a request by the North Hills Country Club to expand its patio in order to accommodate outdoor dining and/or outdoor functions because of the COVID restriction. I will entertain any discussion by any member of the board. Is anyone, it is my understanding that this enlargement of the patio will in no way affect any site or any observation by any adjoining community members, that it'll be solely within the confines of the North Hills Country Club, and it's only an expansion of the existing patio. Is there anyone who has any comments to make, any objections, any statements?
Mr. Chairman, this is Tom Levin. I just want to note for the record to clarify, this is an application for a waiver of the requirements for a public hearing and for a site plan amendment for the patio expansion.
I will entertain a motion for a waiver as stated by the learned counsel.
This is Doreen Severin. I'd like to make a motion for application number 21-01 PBW, application of North Hills Country Club Incorporated, 200 LIE, North Service Road, Manhasset, for a waiver of site plan, subdivision, and amendment requirements.
Do I have a second?
Second the motion, Mr. Lenzo.
All right. All in favor say aye.
I'm gonna pull the board just so the vote is on the record. Okay, I'm gonna pull the board. Chairman Doctor.
Aye.
Deputy Chair Severin.
Aye.
Member Lenzo.
Aye.
Member Kane. Aye. Member Schubert.
Aye.
There are 5 in favor, 0 opposed. The motion has passed.
I now turn to council what would be the next step? Well, I believe we have to submit this to the Nassau County Planning Commission. Is that our obligation to do so?
No, sir, it's not. There's nothing else to be done with this.
Is there not, since there is nothing else to be done, is there anybody that wants any further discussion on this application? Well, we've already approved the motion. Accordingly, is there any other new business to be discussed? Hearing no comment, I assume that there is no further new business. I call for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I second it, Gary Schubert.
Are you gonna make the motion?
We need a motion first.
Gary's gonna make the motion, okay. We need a second?
You need a second.
Second.
I'll second it, Margot Kane.
Margaret Kane, second.
All in favor of the motion to adjourn the meeting as having been, the business being concluded before it? All in favor, say aye.
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 Is there any opposition to closing the meeting? There being no opposition to closing the meeting, I hereby declare that the meeting is adjourned. Hopefully all is well and everybody is safe.